Okay, so this is the 2010 Clone Turbo Tank. It's 1,141 pieces, and if you buy it at Toys R Us, it's 140 US dollars. Everywhere else, it should be 120. Don't ask me why it's $20 more at Toys R Us. So this is my 100th video, and I decided to do this set because the original Turbo Tank was one of my favorites. And I know I didn't list it in my top favorites video, but it's something that I've just really enjoyed having over the years, having the old one. And I know a lot of you have asked me to get this new one, so that's what I decided to do. So, like I said, it's 1,141 pieces, which, if you buy it for $120, is pretty good value. $140, not so much. Can't really say too much about it without showing you guys the old one. So I will do so. See if I can pick this up with one hand. Yes. Okay. So here's the old one. Give you a good side by side. I'll back up here a little bit so you can see. So there's the old one on the left. And you can see it's pretty similar in size, however the new one is bulkier. But as far as the shape and the length and the height, it's pretty much the exact same. And I know in my last video, in the original Turbo Tank video, a lot of you commented that I said one end was the front and one end was the back. And as it turns out, I was wrong and yet right at the same time. This vehicle has no front or back. It can be driven from both ends, just the same. So, yeah, I know in the movie, in Revenge of the Sith, it shows it driving from this end. But it can be driven from both ends. That's why it has the two pilot seats, which I'll get into. So I like to have this as the front, as you can see. But it doesn't really matter either way. It's supposedly the same thing. So there's that. So the new one kind of has the same features as you can see as the old one. Comes with one villain, Cad Bane. Come on, camera. Focus. Focus. There we go. Very nice minifigure. The little breather piece that he has does tend to rotate a little bit. As you can see, it doesn't really seat on there all the way. But it's a nice little minifigure. I like it. I like the really big hat that he has. And then you get, in the front end here, you have Anakin, and, oh man, I just forgot her name. I think it starts with an A. Yeah, I can't remember. Another Jedi. I'm sure someone will tell me. I'm sure a lot of you will tell me. And then here in the back, we come back here, you have two clones, and Anakin's Padawan, whose name I also forgot. Goodness. I am not remembering these names right now. So very nice, pretty good minifigure detail. I really like the colors in this one. Pretty cool. Hodgepodge of colors, the orange and the green and the blue. Works pretty well there. So did a really good job with that. So you get 3 Jedi, 2 clones, and 1 villain. And the clones are your standard clones. Although, which is interesting, this clone has black armor pieces instead of the gray that pretty much all of them come with. I'm not really sure why, but he has gray armor pieces instead. So, not really sure why they did that. I don't think I know of any other sets that have that. I know I don't have any other ones that have those. All the other ones I have are black, or are gray instead of the black. So, this is Ahsoka, by the way, I just remembered. It's Ahsoka Tano, and then you get Anakin, and then I think it's Aaylan Secura, or Aaylan, I can't remember. I really don't watch the show that much anymore. Yeah, But this is a pretty nice minifigure as well. It's definitely my first Twi'lek, which is the alien race. Which I don't remember how I remembered that, but not her name. But very cool. The front and back detail is very nice. Oh, that just popped off for some reason. Pretty nice headpiece. It looks like it does in the movie. It doesn't look like it's been added on. It does kind of look like a hat in the front just because of this brown sort of visor looking thing, but they did a nice job. It really works out okay. So as far as the vehicle features go, a lot of stuff going on here. You have the front, one of the front cockpits, and you have some nice little headlights. You can see everything seals up pretty nice. And then here in the middle, on both sides, you have these little doors that open up. And you have a little weapons storage spot. So you have 2 short pistols and 2 long rifles right there. And then nothing here. Right here, this is just sealed up. And then you have a handle, so you can pick up the whole vehicle. And more on that in a second. On the top, you have a single flick-fire missile, which is kind of hard to fire because you have to hold this piece down, because this piece fires off, so you have to hold this piece down and then push it. Otherwise, you can't really fire it that well. And then here in the back, you have the other front, and you have these little, I don't know if they're guns or if they're supposed to be exhaust pipes. I'm really not sure, because the old one has the same thing, basically, but it's kind of hard to tell if they're supposed to be guns or exhaust. I'm pretty sure they're guns, but I don't know. And you have this roof turret, 360 degrees, it raises and lowers, so that's pretty cool. On the inside, well, on the outside you have these things, no idea what these are supposed to be. But they spin, they're on both doors. And then this right here, on both sides, is going to tab up. And these doors are going to swing out. And on this side, you have a little mobile command center, which you can fit 2 figures in. Pretty nice there. And it just connects here with that little track, so you basically just seat it in the door, so it will stay in the door. It's not going to float around. And then on the other side, you have this little walker, a little mini, I think it's supposed to be an AT, AP. No, I keep saying that. It's an AT, RT. All-Terrain Recon Transport, I think. So, and it does, it unfolds and you can see the guy right here. I'm not going to do that because it's annoying with one hand. But, you have that as well. So, nice little space inside as well. You got some storage right there. These little storage bins. There's nothing. I don't think there's anything in there. So you have that. There's a decent amount of space in here. However, when both vehicles when both vehicles are in the door and then folded up, it doesn't really actually leave much space left. So there's actually not that much room for troops as you would think there would be. So especially this takes up a lot of space when it comes through. I can show you. Oh, come on. There we go. When it comes through the other side, it takes up a lot of room poking through. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. It takes up a lot of room coming through, so anything, basically it has to be on that yellow channel that you see right there, those yellow bricks. The gray is pretty much all overshadowed by this thing, so it takes up more room than I think it should, but it's cool that the vehicle fits inside. If we go to the original now, in comparison you have front cockpit, with this really cool clone commander, who is not Commander Cody. I know I said that in the last video and everyone freaked out. Oh my gosh, wow. He lost his legs. Man, those are stuck in there. This is what happens if you don't touch your Legos for too long. The dust kind of like welds them in place. That's just graphic. Look away, children. It's gruesome. This is really tough. Okay, one second. Put his legs back on. There we go. Sorry about that. So you have this nice little clone commander. Very cool colors. And it's the episode 3 style clones. I really like that. Then here in the middle, same kind of idea. Why are you not focusing? Come on. Okay, come on. Camera is giving up a fight here. There we go. There we go. Sorry about that. And here in the middle, instead of having gun racks, there's an engine compartment. There you go. That's supposed to be the engine of the vehicle. Right there. And then here on top, you have this single, just supposed to be a laser, basically. It doesn't actually shoot anything. And then you have this really awesome Jet Trooper. Not really exclusive because it's just a standard clone, and then he has a custom backpack. But very, very cool nonetheless. I know they have the newer Jet Troopers now, and it's just basically the clone with the Boba Fett jetpack that's all white. And then you have the very rare light up Mace Windu. So very, very cool. And then you have this normal clone on this telescopic sniper's watch, or crow's nest. And what's really cool too is you can actually drop it down, so you turn it and it drops down, or you pick it up and click it into place. So very, very cool. Inside here, opens up. A lot different on the inside on this one, as you can see, to this one. This one, the new one is a lot higher up, whereas this one sits much, much lower. And you have this turret. And this set also comes with 2 battle droids. And on the picture on the box, it has the 2 droids using this turret, but the turret fits in the clone tank. So, I don't know, enemy turret, friendly turret, not sure. But it's a nice looking little turret. And it fits in there perfectly. If you don't want it in there, there is a ton of space to put troops or, you know, whatever you want. Sadly, this awesome speeder that it comes with, and this really, really cool BARC Trooper, as it's called, will not fit in there on the speeder. It's way too long. There's no way to really get it to fit in there. I'm sure if you modified it, you could get it to fit, because there is some dead space up there. But it doesn't. It's not designed to, which is kind of a bummer. And then here in the back, open up these. Oh, that's right, these ones are on ratchets. So you can ratchet these open. And there is another spot for a clone. And this one's kind of interesting because the way this works, you actually... Alright, let's do this first. Okay, whatever. The way this works is you actually put a clone on here. And what does this do again? There it goes. It raises him up so you can have him look out the back of the tank while still being encased in the armor. So it's interesting. They didn't do it on this one, obviously. But basically, it's supposed to be like a lookout hatch while the tank is still sealed up in its armor. I don't know why I can't get that to fit right now. But basically, it's a single seat. And that's more the reason I thought this end was the front, because this one has the single seat and this one has the double seat. And this one obviously doesn't have the controls back here, whereas the front has little controls. So I'll fiddle with that later. So it's, you know, they're pretty close in features. You got the storage, you got the middle storage, front and back. A lot more troop space in this one. I think a lot better minifigures in this set as well. You have the light up and the commander and the jet trooper and the BARC trooper. So, and I know for just the light up Windu or the BARC trooper, people will pay a lot of money because they're very, very rare. So it's kind of a bummer you don't really get anything that rare in this. I know Cad Bane is in a couple sets now. I think this Jedi is, and I know everything else has been in a lot of sets. So you don't get anything really, I mean, for that much money, for $120 or $140, I think it'd be cool if they give you at least one exclusive figure, which is one of the reasons I wanted this set originally, is for these two figures right here. So, all in all, though, they're pretty close in features and design. And like I said earlier, this one is obviously a bit chunkier, whereas this one's a little bit more streamlined. But besides that, they're pretty close. One of the things I said in my original review of this set is I like the treaded tires versus these larger ones. And I still kind of do. It's really bugging me. I can't get that to close. I still kind of do in a certain sense. Now that I have them side by side and I can actually see them and the way they look, I like these larger tires. However, I still like having the tread on them. So, kind of a 50-50 there. I wish they would use the larger tires that they use for the Star Destroyer's engines, which is it's basically just this, only bigger. I think that would look a lot better, because I definitely like this size. You can see there's a pretty significant size difference there. So I definitely like the size better, but I do like having the actual tread versus this slick kind of lines. So that's that. Before I go on to the next feature, when I finished building this set, I had some spare pieces, and I always like to do something with my spare pieces. So what I did, and I'm going to pull this top panel off because it's a lot easier, but you can see up in the storage bay there's a little something extra above those containers. Right there. Basically what I did is I had some extra pieces, so there we go. Pop this panel off. What I did is I took these little extra guys and I made little landmines. And it's basically just two circular 4x1s with the two little single dots and an antenna. And I made two little landmines. I had a strange amount of spare pieces. So, little landmines, and basically what they do is they store up in here perfectly. So you have one that faces this way. Sorry about that. You have one that faces this way. And the other one will face this way. And they just stay up in there because I had these little rails, and they won't go anywhere. They sit in a little notch. So that's just something fun I did. I thought I'd share that with you guys. And you can get to them without taking the roof off. It's just easier to show you guys. Sorry about that. My camera seems to have stopped recording for absolutely no reason. But basically what I was trying to say is that's not something the set comes with. And you can get to it without taking this roof panel off. There is enough space to get to it from the inside. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. I thought that was pretty cool. So anyways, the last feature of this set, I don't know if it's actually a real feature or not. I would assume it is. And you guys will see what I'm talking about here in a second. Basically, you want to go ahead and close everything up and turn this to the side. If you have the Republic gunship, or excuse me, the Republic dropship, it is compatible to pick up the new turbo tank. And I'll show you how that works here. Go ahead and get this all set off to the side. See if I can do this all with one hand. It's kind of difficult. Basically, you take this little handle that you have. In the instructions, it tells you to take this bit and put it to the top rung on this rail. If you put it on the second one, though, however, so basically right there, it still hides away very nicely, so it's not very obvious, but you're going to go ahead and take that up. And you're going to take your Republic dropship, if you have it. And there is a full review on this set as well, if you want to see that. But basically, you're going to have to go ahead and... Oh, come on, drop out. Oh my goodness, why are you putting up a fight? Everything is fighting me today. out. There we go. So basically you just have to prep the little grabber attachment, and you're going to hold it by the handle, and basically you're going to seed this bracket onto the rail. And you can do it both ways. I don't really think this set was designed for it, just the way it latches on. I'll do it this way just so you have a better angle. But I'm going to have to set the camera down, so give me 1 second here and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. Go ahead and set that there. Basically, you just push the handle down and you get that result. So you see now it is attached. Basically what it does is it there's a little connecting rod and it goes through the hole in the handle, and now you can pick up your tank with your gunship, or your dropship. I keep saying gunship. So very, very cool. It is sturdy. It's still scary when I do this because it feels like it's just going to fall apart, but it will hold it very nicely. And you can do it, like I said, it doesn't really matter which direction you do it from. It will hold it from both sides. Doesn't really matter. Unlike the AT-OT, which comes with the dropship, that can only be done from one direction, but you can do it either side, and it does work. I don't know if they intended it to, or if it just has the handle to be a little bit easier to play with, to move around and stuff like that, because it is kind of weird to pick it up, especially with the suspension. If you're trying to push on it, or you're trying to set something down on it, it does tend to lean back and forth, and the original one does the exact same thing, just thanks to the way the suspension works. So, I know I've been talking a lot. This is a really long video, but it is my 100th video, so I thought I would give you a really in-depth review. A couple other things. It does have a couple stickers, these little decals here on either side. I believe that's actually it. I think it might just be those two. Yeah, it's just those two stickers. Pretty easy to build. I like the suspension, the active suspension. It's pretty much the same as the old one, but it's still a really cool idea. This one is actually a bit higher off the ground though. That's one of the complaints I had about this original one. You can see this one is still pretty low, whereas this one is much, much higher. So I do like the ground clearance on this one as well. Overall, if I had to choose a favorite, I think I would still like the original a little bit better, just because you get the much cooler minifigures, and I like the extra features like the sniper tower, and I like that it has the 2 bad guys with the turret versus just the 1 bad guy versus 3 Jedi. I wish they would have had a couple more bad guys in this set. But they're both basically the same as far as the actual vehicle. Like I said, it just kind of matters what your preference is. I like a lot of the old design sets more than the new ones. Not a huge fan of all the new ones. So that's pretty much that. I really do like both of them though. This one is it's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Easy to build, very sturdy. I haven't had anything break or fall off yet. Even when transporting it with the dropship, it does a really good job staying sturdy and nothing's falling off. It's pretty child-proof. Not really going to break. This one probably a little bit more fragile just because it doesn't have that handle, so you have to kind of reach underneath and pick it up. And if you squeeze too hard on one side, you know something could fall off. So that's pretty much the only difference there. Features. Overall, I think this one has more to play with, just because you have the vehicles and the command station and the handle, and it works with the dropship and all that. This one definitely does have a couple less features. This one is still available in retail, at least in the US it is. I went out and bought it at Toys R Us. And like I said, $140 if you buy it at Toys R Us I think is too much, bordering on too much. This one definitely not for sale in stores anymore. I bought this one off eBay for about $90. And this one's, I think, about 820 pieces. So it is less pieces for less dollars, but now that it's pretty old, this is a 2004 set, so it's getting up there. It's almost 8 years old, which is crazy. It would be a little harder to find, especially in good condition or new condition, and especially with the light-up Mace Windu, because they did make 2 versions of this set. Everything else is identical, except for one has the light-up and one doesn't. So it depends what you want there. This one's probably going to be more now. It's probably going to be around 160 to 170 on eBay or Bricklink. Those would be the 2 best places. I don't usually recommend Amazon because they're usually way too expensive. So that is pretty much that. I also said this week, for my 100th video, I was going to make a special announcement, and I am going to do that right now. Starting very, very soon, I'm going to start a second channel. This channel is already up and running and activated. I just have no content on there right now. But it's called Taines Media Reviews. There's a link to it on my channel page. Basically, what that channel is going to be is all about media. So I'm going to do Xbox game reviews and videos and clips, and going to do some Blu-ray movie reviews and kind of whatever else happens. Probably some gaming news, probably some video news as well. So brand new channel, Taines Media Reviews. All one word, TANEMEDIA, and then reviews. Taines Media Reviews. All one word. You can find that, like I said, link on my channel. Right underneath, it should be on the right hand side underneath the videos. It'll say my other channels, and you can go right there. Nothing on there right now. I have to finish getting a couple things ordered in. I'm buying a HD video capture system, so that way you guys will get full HD video straight from my Xbox. It won't be recorded with a camera. It'll be recorded straight through the system, and then I will voice over directly into my computer. So it's going to be a little bit more work for me. Hopefully I can start doing videos once a week on that, hopefully more, if I get enough interest. But I would really appreciate it if you guys would check out that channel once it starts going. It's going to take me a little time just because it's, Xbox games are very expensive. And the video capture device that I ordered is about $300, so a lot of money is going into this right now. I'm trying to get it going. Hopefully you guys will really enjoy that. And we'll see where it goes. So I really appreciate you guys watching all my videos and getting me to 100. It means a lot. I really appreciate it. I try to get back to you guys on all your comments. Doing a lot of stuff right now with work and school and trying to get my other channel created. So I'm sorry if I haven't gotten to you to respond right away. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. I will continue to do LEGO reviews, absolutely. 2012 is going to be really awesome. New TIE Fighter, new X-Wing, new Y-Wing, with a bunch of other stuff, but those are the big ones I'm really looking forward to. So I really will try to keep up on that, as well as get stuff like the new Millennium Falcon, the Pod Racers. I still really want to get the Ultimate Collector's Series shuttle, TIE shuttle, or Imperial shuttle, sorry, not TIE shuttle. So I really do want to try and keep up on all that. And I'm sorry for the length of this video, but I really wanted to do a lot of detail for my 100th video. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think, and please go ahead and check out my channel. I really hope to have some videos on there within 2 weeks, if not sooner. Like I said, a lot of stuff is still being ordered in right now. Video capture box and a good microphone and a lot of stuff like that. So I really hope to do a lot of stuff with that channel, and I hope you enjoy it. So thank you guys for watching, and I will hopefully see you next week.